today we are being productive. I need to clean, do laundry, organize. I also need to meal prep. I need to grocery shop, which is what we're gonna do right now. I have a list. I make a list every time I need to grocery shop. Well, almost every time. Not every single time. It's not without fail. It is with fail. It helps me a lot. So I write down what I want to meal prep. Oh, I need onions too, actually, now that I think about it. I write down what I want to meal prep and then the ingredients I need for that meal prep. I'm going to start by getting this stuff so that I can come back home and then not have to leave again and focus on everything else that I need to do. If you are new here, my name is Amanda. I make videos about life, motherhood, womanhood, health, recipes, fitness, a little bit of everything. And they're usually mostly vlog style, but I do love to incorporate an advice video here and there. So if you like all of that, then you should definitely subscribe to my channel for more content like this. That was actually pretty easy because it was really empty, surprisingly, on a Sunday. I got this juice. It has lemon juice, turmeric juice, pineapple juice, passion fruit juice, ginger juice, stevia, and black pepper. I'm assuming this is really good for inflammation, maybe like a little metabolism boost because of the black pepper. Essential vitamins, minerals, and enzymes. It's actually good. Like, the turmeric is slightly there, but not like other turmeric juices where it's just overpowering every other flavor. I like it. It tastes like a healthy juice, but those are the kind of juices that I actually like. So that is how I feel sometimes whenever I see all of the mess that needs to be picked up. But realistically speaking, it's really not that terrible. So right now I am playing my game of Tetris in the fridge. This is what I do whenever I get new groceries. I clear out the fridge, make space for the new stuff, and get rid of the old stuff. I do like to have some sort of organization to my fridge. So the top shelf is for beverages, tall items, and baby food. The second shelf right now I'm using for mostly protein items. The third shelf is carbohydrates, bread, potatoes, that kind of stuff. The fourth shelf is for vegetables that I forget about that I don't want to. And then the two bottom drawers are for fruits and veggies. And if you're watching this thinking something along the lines of, wow, you really have your life together. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that point of view. But the way that I see it is if I don't do this, I will not know where anything is and I will forget about everything that is in the fridge. And I'm very much an out of mind, out of sight kind of person. I have talked about this before, but I'm just reiterating just in case if you are new here. This helps me be way more functional in the kitchen to get a lot more bang out of my buck so that I'm not forgetting all of the groceries that I buy. I'm also keeping in mind that I do plan to meal prep, so I really don't like cooking in a messy kitchen. It's extremely overstimulating for me, and honestly, it just puts me in a bad mood. So I do need to clean my kitchen before I start cooking anything. It's just a ritual for me. Like, I cannot not do it. In my last two vlogs, I did mention that we are moving soon, so cleaning up the living room or cleaning my house in general now is going to be more of an extravagant event, only because I'm going to find little things to do here and there that I wouldn't normally do. So I am very slowly but surely starting to put things away, take things down, get rid of some things, just to make room for all of the boxes we are going to need for when packing happens, and to declutter, also to make the packing process a lot easier. So I did decide to take up the rug. Honestly, I've been ready to get rid of this rug for a very long time. I don't have a proper rug cleaner, and honestly, it's just a really cheap $40 rug, which served its purpose for the time being. It has gotten dirty, which was giving me the ick for the longest time, and obviously my son plays on there. I try to clean it every day as much as I can, but it's a rug, so it does trap things inside of it, which I really don't like. So I'm really happy I was able to get this rug up and out of the way, and honestly, our little small house feels a lot bigger without the rug. I made myself some matcha. You may or may not have gotten mad at the way that I made it, but I don't have the little matcha mixer, so I'm doing what I can. Okay, I'm gonna be really honest with you. Last night, my plan was to finish everything, but I couldn't. I'm lacking in the equipment department right now. I misplaced one of my camera batteries, so I'm only working with one right now, and it kept dying on me. And my phone storage has been a mission to clear out. Like, it's so full to the point that I can't even transfer pictures out. So I ended up deleting TikTok temporarily. I also post on there, but it saved me like 30 gigs on my phone. Basically what I'm trying to say is I had a lot of setbacks yesterday, so the process took a lot longer than anticipated, and I wasn't able to finish everything like I wanted to. Today's a new day. I'm trying to get myself started on the right foot and get myself back into a routine that makes me feel good again. It's been so long since I sat outside in the morning, just wake up and sit outside. I mean, I did do a few things, but to just like come outside, I need to do this more often. Why don't I do this? I've gotten so used to just staying in bed until the last possible second, then I have to get up. I'm gonna take a few moments to be out here and reset, appreciate outside, get myself in the proper headspace to go about everything that I need to do today. Being productive is not just, oh, let me get this out of the way, let me get this out of the way. The reason it makes you feel so good is because you are making small promises to yourself and you are seeing them through. And when you see through the promises that you make to yourself, you build more self-confidence, you build more trust in yourself because you know you are actually going to do what you said you were going to do. That is gonna make anybody feel better. If you haven't started cleaning yet, watching this video, get up and just do it with me. So I do pick up after my son whenever he's done playing and he's down for a nap time. This is not something that everybody does, but I find that in this small house, it is, again, very overwhelming and overstimulating for me to see this constant mess. So even if he wakes up and makes the mess all over again, which he always does, at least it allows him to make a mess. You know, in my head, I'm like, it'll be entertaining for him and playful and fun for him to make that mess. So it's fine. And also this way I can appreciate the tidiness for those couple of hours. We are finally meal prepping and I'm gonna get started with an egg casserole. I find that having something made for breakfast makes my life so much easier because I am the most tired in the morning. Granted, I don't always have the best night of sleep, so having something made and not having to get up and immediately cook something is a relief. As you saw, I just sauteed some onions and peppers as well as some sausage that I had in the fridge. I seasoned the mixture heavily because that's going to be the seasoning for the entire casserole. When everything was nice and browned how I like it, I've transferred it to a bowl, let it cool, and then I'm adding in my eggs. And I added in a total of 10 eggs as well as a splash of milk, a little bit of cheese, mix it together, and I'm putting it in the oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. When cooking eggs in the oven, a lot of people add water to create kind of a steam bath in the oven, but I did not do that because I was tired and did not feel like it. And it turned out fine, so the world is still spinning and everything is okay. So I am now moving on to a one-pot pasta. It is bolognese inspired. I'm adding my ground beef, celery, and onion to a pot, letting that cook together. Next, I'm adding in some crushed tomatoes as well as some water, and I'm seasoning this mixture as well because this is the seasoning for the whole pasta. And pretty much once the water is in, you just cover it, let it cook, and it's done. It's so easy. I love making this. Even when it's not for meal prep, it's really good for a fast weeknight dinner. Now I'm prepping some beans. My son loves to eat these and I find them to be a really quick and easy, nutritious meal for him. And something that I've been doing recently is blending up the peppers and onions that I cook first to use that as the liquid for the beans. But since my son was napping, I figured I would not make a lot of noise with the blending because I needed to complete the rest of this meal prep, and I'll just season it and they're pretty much done. These are super easy to make. And last but not least, I'm making these granola balls. Last week I made them into granola bars. This week I just figured I would make them into balls, and it's almond butter, almond flour, and oatmeal based. They're so good and super good for you and super easy and honestly addictive. everything, I am finally ready to have a few minutes to myself. Well, honestly, I was ready like, yesterday, but it's totally fine. Now that I finished everything, I can have a few minutes to myself, and I'm going to enjoy this time and just breathe and relax until my son wakes up. But I am so grateful that you watched this video today, and I really hope that it was inspiring or encouraging for you. Please leave a like on this video if you did find it helpful, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for being here.